An amateur made a bias reporting on the candidate forum at Sophie's Grill. This opinion article is in fact extremely biased. Here are the facts. 1. The biggest reason I deem this report not credible is straightforward. The reporter has not cited any credible sources, as he appears to have unilaterally declared a magical winner, let alone the front-runners. It was also misguided to disclose the front-runners based on their spending, or more accurately, their wasted spending. Ironically, he stated that all the front-runners did poorly. This event was a forum rather than a debate. It is based off this reporter's observation in a venue outside of the district where the audience are not even Congressional District 13th voters and a very large group of volunteers for one candidate. Let's say a 25% of the audience. 2. This biased report lacks coherence, given that each candidate was posed a different question, some of which were deemed softball questions. The audience automatic applause, regardless of the answer's quality, is a prime example. For instance, when Mr. Barbour was questioned about the Department of Education and proposed shutting it down, if he were asked how to accomplish that, he would have been unable to explain and would have been booed by the audience. Making a political stunt statement is easy, but detailing the how to accomplish the job is where the substance lies. A mere applause has no significance. If a candidate can't deliver on the job or provide concrete evidence on how to achieve it, the reporter should have followed up and inquired about the candidate's plan to get the job done. Unfortunately, this did not occur under the moderator's oversight. Is Mr. Anderson working for Mr. Barbour, or maybe Anderson likes Barbour's boots? 3. Most importantly, I find this report due to fact of his history of biased comments and personal opinion, with a great lack of content, as well as personal attacks to all candidates. Maybe because some of the candidates did not want to interact with Mr. Anderson? Now, Steve Avon Lore's direct response to this amateur article is as follows, and I quote, "It's disappointing to stumble upon this information about this article from other sources. Now, after conducting an extensive research on Mr. Anderson, here are my impressions. 1. He's a rookie wannabe reporter who can't even dress appropriately for an event of this magnitude. Very unprofessional. Buddy, you need to comb your hair, use some cologne and mouthwash. At least that, please. If you are going to be interviewing candidates face-to-face, that's a matter of personal hygiene. Come on, man. Was that a skunk I smelled from you? 2. I find it laughable that he could only muster 11 words for the so-called bottom 4 candidates. Now, pointing out his baseless personal attack on me, it seems like he was the one struggling to understand the main key points of my stances on my platform. Perhaps in the words of Candace Owen, get a helmet man or a therapist. Clearly, everyone in the audience got it. Language barrier? Buddy? I speak 3 languages. How many do you speak? 3. Mr. Anderson's so-called reporting career is built on meaningless articles that no one has even paid attention to. 4. His work experience was a past writer, confined to WRAL and the Sacramento Bee, evidently left-wing pundits. I stand correct in questioning him directly last night about his previous jobs and articles. Before the forum started, his response was, "Just a bad smell. A total loser." 5. Spending his time in the NCGA without writing a good article piece, it leads me to believe that he has no credibility, lacking any noteworthy articles that gained attention. 6. Finally, the most detrimental aspect is that, in order to read his bias, magically amateur report, the reader needs to subscribe and pay for it. Shameful. Did I make myself clear, Mr. Anderson? You can quote me on that. Steve's priorities are to fight for your everyday issues. Steve and his squad spilled the beans on their game plan. It's all there for you to check out on his Instagram bio. So how about a little love? Like, follow, and share, share, share.